I started drinking alcohol when I was probably about 12, and then I got in trouble, went to juvenile hall, and I went straight to methamphetamines. So I was in and out of jail my whole childhood, and then when I turned to an adult, the same thing happened. I spent a good portion of my life in custody for drugs, theft, stealing to support my addiction, doing whatever I possibly could do to pay for my addiction. And it hurt because I knew what I was doing was wrong the whole time, but I couldn't stop. I was running from something, and I think I was running from myself. I ended up in San Francisco. There was a point to where I fell asleep in an alley and my shoes were taken off my feet. My backpack was stolen, and I was walking around San Francisco barefoot with no shirt, no clothes, nothing. All I had were my shorts. It got to the point to where I just accepted that's how my life was meant to be. I was just meant to be a heroin addict for the rest of my life. There was no hope. I ended up back in El Dorado County Jail, and I did 22 months. I got out with no probation, no paper or anything. And that next year, I was found in a puddle behind Hard Rock Casino, dead in the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. They saved my life. They did. And I was transferred to the hospital. I ended up going to prison, and in prison I started going to church, and it was a unique experience because the men in prison, some of them aren't ever coming home. You know, they're never going to see their families outside those walls again. So those men have a really good relationship with Jesus. They almost seemed free, and that I wanted that. You know, I wanted that so bad. Even out there when I was still using, like, I knew Jesus was there. I just didn't understand where did I go wrong, or what did I do, or how come this is happening to me. It didn't make sense. But I did give my heart back to Jesus, and it's the greatest thing I could have ever done. It is. I had started looking for a transitional living home, and I got into one of Ridge House's Hope Houses. And the Hope House, it's really a blessing. I can't even describe it right now because through my addiction, this is my 7th time in treatment, and none of those other treatment facilities are even close in comparison to this Hope House. And how the Grace Church comes and they bring meals to us, and they come bring games, and they just want to hang out with us, you know, get to know us, show us that we're loved and cared for. I got off blackout and I came here to Grace Church, and I came to service with my stepfather, and we went in and they were doing the worship song, and I walk in, I'm standing there, and then all of a sudden I just felt this presence, and I started crying. I looked at my stepfather. I'm like, look, I'm crying, you know. And what's cool about that is I can feel today. I remember there was a time where I couldn't cry. I had no feelings. I just existed. But now there's life inside of me, and there's love inside of me, and I could feel again. I could smile, I could laugh, I could cry. Just, I get to feel these feelings, and I enjoy them. My past, there was hopeless. I felt hopeless. There was no future or anything, and now there's been such a huge shift in my life. I plan on going back to school. I need about a year left for a bachelor's degree, and UNR sounds like a perfect spot for me.